welcome wrestling fans. We are here live from the Eddie Graham Sports Stadium in Orlando, Florida for this special edition of Championship Wrestling from Florida. Tonight, the Florida Heavyweight Championship will be on the line when Cowboy Ron Bass puts that title on the line against Barry Windham. All right, welcome back. We are here live at the Eddie Graham Sports Stadium. Our opening matchup is going to see the Masked Superstar going up against the Midnight Rider. Two masked men, something we don't get to see very often here in the world of championship wrestling. Fans, I misspoke at the opening of our program. Ron Bass will be indeed defending the Florida Heavyweight title. It will not be against Barry Windham, who is here tonight to wrestle. But Ron Bass will be defending that title against the total package Lex Luger in our main event. Barry Windham will be in tag team competition tonight with his father, Blackjack Mulligan.
I'll tell you, I'm very, very excited about the matches we have up tonight. Championship Wrestling from Florida is one of the most exciting forms of wrestling you will find anywhere in the world, including here in the Nation Network.
Indeed, I agree with you wholeheartedly, and we are hoping to be bringing you more championship wrestling from Florida for the 2K18 season, and you, the fans, are going to have all the say in that. Cast your votes for your favorite programming by clicking the like button and leaving your comments below. The powers that be in charge of the Nation Network are crunching numbers on a daily basis to make decisions moving forward. As we get a look at the Midnight Rider making his first appearance in Central Florida wrestling. Of course, he's a mainstay currently on the main NWA roster, having his hands full with the likes of the Four Horsemen. Originally tonight, this match was supposed to be Dusty Rhodes going up against the Masked Superstar, but due to the suspension that has been set down upon Dusty Rhodes, the Midnight Rider has assumed his contracts as a longtime friend of the American Dream.
Well, you know, there are a lot of people out there that are trying to say that the Midnight Rider is Dusty Rhodes. Now, I'll say this. There's a lot of similarities to them, but I am not convinced that they are the same person.
Oh, brother, it's underway. And the Midnight Rider right off the bat going after the Masked Superstar.
The Masked Superstar, he's a very, very well-known superstar in wrestling. He has wrestled literally everywhere on the planet where professional wrestling exists. He has been very successful from North America, South America, over to the Orient. The Midnight Rider will have his hands full with this man, I can assure you.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The Masked Superstar is indeed very, very just dangerous individual as he throws that hard right hand upside the head of the rider. Capacity crowd here this week, as always, here at the Eddie Graham. That Superstar going to work on the trapezius area of the rider.
You're going to see the strength right here. Masked Superstar deadlifts him with a gut-wrench suplex. Let me tell you, it takes a whole lot of strength and a whole lot of just leverage and ability, and he did it.
Oh, now we see the Midnight Rider coming back with that running neck breaker. And again going to work. Now it's the Masked Superstar cutting the legs out on the Midnight Rider, following it up with a big elbow drop.
Well, the Midnight Rider has signed a contract. Just about a week's time from now, he'll be a part of the big super card of wrestling, Clash of the Champions, going up against Arn Anderson, the NWA's World Television Champion. That title is no longer on the line. However, if he beats Arn Anderson, Dusty Rhodes is reinstated, and he'll get a match that same night against James J. Dillon.
Well, the Horsemen figure they got this one in the bag. Arn Anderson doesn't seem to be too concerned about the chances of the Midnight Rider beating him. But look at this. Oh, brother. Down goes the Masked Superstar. And the Midnight Rider riling this crowd up here in Central Florida.
Well, we know the Masked Superstar likes to load that face mask sometimes, but look at this.
He got him with that big elbow. There's 2 and 0. The Masked Superstar may be one of very few men who would be able to kick out after taking an elbow shot like that. Now out the back door, and the Masked Superstar sets him to the ropes with the Irish whip. He caught him up in the air, and now look at this. What in the world is he doing?
Tremendous maneuver right there by the Masked Superstar, and I'll tell you, he almost separated his shoulder on that one.
Big back body drop, and now the Midnight Rider having to head outside the ring to regain his composure.
You know, I think maybe he should have stayed outside the ring just a little bit longer. Nice shoulder tackle, and down he goes.
Well, the Masked Superstar is now in a compromised position. He is prone, and again, the Midnight Rider going to work on the shoulder. Drops the big elbow. And now he hooks the leg. This could be all she wrote. Once again, the Masked Superstar managing to get a shoulder up off the canvas. There's the big elbow.
This time I think he might have knocked him out cold.
He gets 2 and 3. The Midnight Rider victorious, and if you're Arn Anderson, you better be paying attention. The Masked Superstar is no pushover, but the Midnight Rider had everything he needed for the victory here.
Well, look at this move right there. I really thought, very clever maneuver by the Masked Superstar. I thought he might actually pull off a big win. And there it is, that big elbow right in between the eyes, and the Masked Superstar unconscious.
And by that point in time, the referee only had to do was count the 3 of the shoulders down. There's your winner, the Midnight Rider, as he heads into the Clash of the Champions, looking for justice, looking for the Four Horsemen. Fans, we'll be back with our tag team match right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a tag team contest like one you're only going to see right here in CWF Championship Wrestling from Florida. We are once again live from the Eddie Graham Sports Stadium in Orlando. Making his way down to the ring at this time, he is the maniacal one, Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sullivan, I'll tell you right now, he's not the biggest, most powerful force in wrestling, but I'll tell you right now, he's a very dangerous man. He is maniacal in his own right. There is absolutely nothing this guy won't do. He's sinister. To get a look at his tag team partner, the man from the Orient, one Kendo Nagasaki. Well, I'll tell you, Kendo Nagasaki, he's another one cut from the same cloth as Kevin Sullivan very much. It's no surprise that these two men are tag team partners here tonight. Of course, he's a household name over in Japan, but here in the United States, he's just getting to be known, I think, a little bit more, especially here in Central Florida area.
Not much this guy is not willing to do to win a match.
Well, indeed, somewhat psychotic, you might say. No telling when it comes to Kendo Nagasaki what he's capable of doing. You put him and Kevin Sullivan together, and I'll tell you right now, I would not want to be a part of that. But they are going to have opposition that is more than able to withstand whatever fury they want to throw their way. We're getting a look at one of the top contenders for the Florida Heavyweight Championship right here. This is, of course, Barry Windham. And you couldn't ask for a better tag team partner than the one he has chosen here tonight.
Well, you know what? Barry Windham hasn't had great success in this season when it comes to tag team partners. He and Mike Rotundo, long time running around as the U.S. Express, and Mike Rotundo turning his back on him earlier this season, just a couple of months ago, really, over in the NWA, and ends up joining with who else but Kevin Sullivan over there.
A lot of people very surprised with the turn of Mike Rotundo, but it did happen. Barry Windham instead decided to go to the one person he knew he could count on and trust, and that person, of course, is his father, Blackjack Mulligan.
Well, the Blackjacks are absolutely famous in professional wrestling. Blackjack Mulligan and Blackjack Lanza, one of the greatest tag teams of all time, tag team champions back in the day. Blackjack Mulligan is an absolute force of nature in that ring.
Well, they don't make them Texas tougher than him, I'll tell you right now. The Texas outlaw himself, Blackjack Mulligan. These two men from Sweetwater, Texas, going to be going up against Kevin Sullivan and Kendo Nagasaki. This crowd absolutely on their feet with anticipation of this one. All right, bell sounds, and we've got action underway.
Look at this Kevin Sullivan with a side headlock to start things off. You got to be a little surprised with that.
We haven't seen a lot of Kevin Sullivan inside the ring. He's been spending a lot of time at ringside this season. He has stated this was going to be the summer of Sullivan, and many people believe it has. We are now officially into the fall season as of Friday. We'll see if the season of Sullivan will continue.
Tremendous shoulder tackle right there, and Kevin Sullivan giving up some size and weight to Barry Windham, but you wouldn't know it by the way Windham just went down.
Now Barry Windham with a neck breaker. There's the Irish whip into the ropes. He goes now, and he stuns the big Blackjack with a nice knee lift, and now Mulligan with an atomic knee drop, and down goes Kevin Sullivan. Blackjack Mulligan right now on the receiving end of the punishment here. Tag made, and we get our first look at Kendo Nagasaki.
Well, Nagasaki just got a shot in on Blackjack Mulligan, who didn't probably realize the tag had been made, and look at this. Great move right there by Nagasaki. Follows it up with a knee right to the face.
Blackjack Mulligan going to head over and make the tag once again to Barry Windham. Windham has had a mixed season this year. He hasn't had the success inside the squared circle that I think he would have liked to have had. He and Rotundo. Oh, wait just a minute. Kendo Nagasaki using that green mist right to the face of Barry Windham. Windham comes back with that Texas lariat. Both men exchanging blows, going hold for hold right in the middle of the ring. Drops the leg down across the throat, does Wyndham. Well, Barry Windham knows he's going to have to take advantage of this opportunity. He's got momentum. Well, he had momentum in his favor. And now it is Kendo Nagasaki sending him to the corner. There's the double team coming up. Kevin Sullivan from the top rope. Cross body block. Launched on top of Barry Windham, and Sullivan going to try and get the victory here. Gets one. He gets two. And Barry Windham out the back door.
I mentioned earlier on that Kevin Sullivan gives up some size and weight against both of his opponents here tonight, but he has so many ways of making up for that. He is never short of ideas, and he will take advantage of absolutely every opportunity that comes his way. You give him an inch, he's going to take a yard.
No doubt about that. Now look at Kevin Sullivan turning it inside out. Doing a number right here on Blackjack Mulligan. Mulligan fighting his way out of it. Big right hand by Blackjack Mulligan. Now he's got him up in the air. Will he be able to do it? Yes. Texas power slam, and Mulligan takes him all the way to the mat. Referee there for a count of one. Kendo Nagasaki outside the ring on the apron, getting into it with some of the fans at ringside.
Kevin Sullivan, you see it right there. He fights his way back up. He'll take that one quick opportunity, throw a punch to the midsection, and now just drops Blackjack Mulligan face first into the middle of the ring.
Sullivan, what's he going to do now? He is walking Blackjack Mulligan all the way around. Nothing to show for it as Mulligan sends Sullivan into the corner. Kevin Sullivan and the Mulligan clan have been going at each other for years. This is not a first-time meeting by any stretch of the imagination. A lot of bad blood between both of these organizations, both of these individuals and their families.
Sullivan with that big air. Oh, he just got dropped. You know, that's the thing. When you do have a long-standing feud with a person or a team like this, you start to anticipate their moves. You start to learn their moves. And that's exactly what happened there with Blackjack Mulligan, who was able to back body drop Kevin Sullivan very quickly.
Oh, there's a nice reversal. Good thing for him that he did. And now Mulligan with that full Nelson, ramming the head of Kevin Sullivan into the turnbuckle, and now putting the boots to him. Sullivan is in trouble.
You notice Kendo Nagasaki dropped off the apron. Perhaps didn't want to be too close to the action. Can't blame him on it. Oh, wait a minute. There it is.
He's got the claw. He's got the claw hold on him, and now Kevin Sullivan is going to have to fight for his life, and he does.
I'll tell you, that was very close, and I thought maybe Kevin Sullivan was going to have to submit.
Tag made now, and here comes Kendo Nagasaki back into the ring. Fans, this is Championship Wrestling from Florida, and if you want to see more of this on the Nation Network, you've got to make your voice heard. Click the like button. Leave us some comments below and tell us that you want CWF to be around for the 2K18 season. Kendo Nagasaki dropping the larger opponent. And now Mulligan is in the wrong corner. Tag is made. The double team coming up here. Drop toe hold. Follows it up with an elbow.
Well, it's a very good tag team maneuver right there. Kendo Nagasaki now going to try and head off Barry Windham, and he does. And just like that, they get the win.
You've got to be kidding me. Barry Windham's luck is not improving as the season winds down. We look back on highlights from this one.
Well, here was an opportunity by Kevin Sullivan, but Barry Windham was able to kick out. And just like that, Kevin Sullivan gets the victory.
I'll tell you right now, Kevin Sullivan's got to be thrilled with that one. He has been on a winning streak. Tonight, he's victorious with Kendo Nagasaki. Fans, we've still got our main event to come. It is for the Florida Heavyweight Championship. Cowboy Ron Bass to defend that title against the Total Package, Lex Luger, next. All right, fans, we are back here for our main event. We are going to be seeing the Florida Heavyweight Championship, currently held by Cowboy Ron Bass. He'll be defending that title right here just a few moments from now against the number one contender, the Total Package, Lex Luger.
Well, you know what? Can't say enough about the Total Package, Lex Luger. Look at this guy. He is put together. And he is the real deal.
No doubt about it. Lex Luger, very, very capable. As a matter of fact, when Ron Bass found out that he was going to be facing Lex Luger, he was fit to be tied. Felt that he was tricked into signing the contract.
Well, you know what? That's what they say. Always read the fine print, and I guess he didn't do that.
Well, neither here nor there. The match is on, and it's going to happen right here. Fans, we are taking our final steps towards the 2K18 season, as we are joined now by the reigning heavyweight champion, the Florida title holder, Ron Bass.
Say, Ron Bass, we saw Blackjack Mulligan a little while ago. These two guys are really one and the same in many ways. Both really thick Texas cowboy strength. And Lex Luger's got that different. He's got that real muscle builder strength. It's two different types, but both very powerful men in their own right. And this is going to be like a couple of freight trains coming together. The question is, which one's going to survive the crash?
Well, I've got to be honest with you. I will not be surprised no matter which one of these two men win, because both of them are more than capable. As we take a look at the Florida Heavyweight Championship, that's what these two men are competing for here tonight. Out of Chicago, Illinois, he is the challenger, the Total Package, and he lives up to that name. Lex Luger, former NFL lineman.
Well, actually, from the CFL, I believe he was.
And when you look at Ron Bass, I'll tell you something, brother. That's an hombre I would not want to run into in a dark alley, I can tell you that much.
I wouldn't want to run into him anywhere, anytime. This guy is just an absolute nightmare.
All right, there it is. The Florida Heavyweight Championship. It is on the line this week right here. This is what these fans came to see, and they're about to get it. Bell sounds, action's underway. And right off the bat, Ron Bass gets Luger up and drives him face first with a flapjack into the mat.
Well, to the point we made earlier, it's like you look at the strength of Ron Bass, how he just easily got Lex Luger up there and then drove him face first into the mat. There aren't too many people you've ever seen do that to the total package Lex Luger, much less in the first 15 seconds of a match. But Ron Bass is that kind of strong. Ron Bass has the ability to do that to you.
Well, so far it has been all champion as he drops the challenger face first out across the top turnbuckle. And now Bass is on the middle rope, waiting for Luger to regain his feet, and he does. Double axe hammer to the head.
Well, here you see Ron Bass again taunting these fans at ringside, but that's the mistake, and that's exactly what happens. You give Luger, and a guy like Luger, you don't want to give him time.
Gut buster, nicely done, and now look at Lex Luger fighting his way back to his feet, and he hits with a big clothesline. Luger driving the elbow into the head and the face of the champion.
Well, you see Luger right there going after the eyes.
Hammering away on the head, and Luger feeling the pain. Hooks the leg. Will that be enough? One. He's got two, and out the back door.
I'll tell you, Lex Luger right now, I think, is a little bit surprised. I know he knows that Ron Bass is a capable champion, but I don't think he expected to be manhandled, and right now that's really what's happened to him.
Luger's had some moments, but he has not been able to string together the offense that Ron Bass has in this one, and that's going to have to change if he's going to have any chance of taking that title away. Drops him down across the top rope, and now Bass in trouble. Luger, a member of the Four Horsemen, hooks the leg of Ron Bass, gets one, he gets two.
Well, indeed, and right now Lex Luger, one of the guys that doesn't have any gold for the Four Horsemen, would love to bring something to the table today when he goes home.
Ron Bass with that running Texas power slam, and down goes Luger. Another tremendous slam by Luger. Total package, hooking the leg, and that's all he's going to get is one. Fans, we've got a very special program announcement for you. After this program goes off the air, we will be coming to you with a special, look at this, 2 count, and we almost had a new champion crowned right there. We're going to have a very special program coming right after this one goes off the air, where you'll be able to interact with the powers that be here in the Nation Network, talking about the 2K18 season. Ron Bass dropping Luger on his head. And again, the total package, Lex Luger on the receiving end. He caught him on the the ropes on the way down. Luger split his head wide open, and his face is quickly becoming a crimson mass.
Yeah, Lex Luger came down, and he was supposed to go to the mat, which I guess eventually he did, but he caught the ropes on the way down. Could have done tremendous damage to his neck if he wasn't built the way he is. A lesser man right now would be out.
Well, Luger is still surviving, but I don't know how much more of this he can take. I don't know how much more of this anyone can take. Ron Bass, since becoming the Florida Heavyweight Champion, has really gone through everyone put in front of him. Now the total package, Lex Luger. Going to try and steal a win here, but you're going to have to do more than that to keep Ron Bass down for the count of 3. And now Luger hooks the leg. He's got his feet up on the rope. Referee did not see it.
Oh, man, look at that overhand right to the forehead of Ron Bass as Luger clearly is upset.
Well, you never know how a person's going to respond when they realize the blood streaming into their eyes is their own. But right now it looks like Luger is fighting back.
Once again, he's going to go for the cover here. Hooks the leg, only gets a 1 count.
Another tremendous uppercut. Now even Ron Bass starting to show signs of wear as he goes down to one knee. And now Luger hooks the leg 1. He gets 2. No. Cowboy Ron Bass survives. Luger is a bloody mess. The blood flowing down the face of Luger into the eyes, and he knows he's got to make something happen before the referee decides to call this match.
Luger from that top rope, he caught him a little bit, but he didn't get him flush. He tried to get him with that forearm. We all know that he's got that steel plate inserted in that forearm after the surgery he had done.
And now Luger sending the champion into the corner. What's he going to do here? Turns him around, and now Luger with the Irish whip into the ropes. Follows him in with that big clothesline. And now the total package, putting the boots to Ron Bass.
Oh, Bass doing a great job of fighting his way back out of that corner. Now Luger is down. Luger's got the blood flowing. He can barely see at this point in time. You see how bad his eyesight's got to be. If you've never had blood getting into your eyes, there's a lot of salt in that. It just burns, it stings, and it makes it virtually impossible to have clear vision.
Oh, Luger caught him. He caught him with that forearm. Hooks the leg 1, 2, and oh, we almost had a new champion.
So close to having a new champion here in the state of Florida. Lex Luger giving Ron Bass a fit at this moment in time as Luger blocks the incoming attack and now firing back with some of his own.
Snapmare by Luger. Hammering down on the side of the head, putting the boots to the back. Luger collapsing in the corner out of exhaustion. You see the referee looking on, keeping an eye on the challenger to make sure that blood loss does not affect his ability to defend himself. Luger went in for it again. This time Ron Bass was ready. Oh, and he drops the fist right into that open wound.
Yeah, it's really pouring out there now. The referee may have to get involved. Lex Luger's really in a lot of trouble.
Pile driver. The champion is down and in trouble. Luger goes for the cover. Referee's there. 1, 2. We may have a new. Oh, he just barely gets that shoulder off the mat.
Cannot believe it. I thought for sure after the pile driver it was all over. Ron Bass finds a way to survive, though.
Luger tries his luck a second time, but if you didn't get him on the first one, you won't get him on the second. Luger dropping the elbow.
Dropping that big boot right in the middle section of Ron Bass.
Again, he went for that clothesline, and Bass was ready for him.
Well, Ron Bass has done a tremendous job of sidestepping these attacks, but what he hasn't done is landed any of his own in the last several minutes. We talked about early on how Ron Bass dominated this match. Well, the tide has turned, and it's turned aggressively against him.
Luger planting a knee to the midsection, and now the challenger from the middle rope drops the elbow and down. The total package. Lex Luger trying to compose himself. Hooks the leg, 1, 2.
I don't know where he's getting it from, but Cowboy Ron Bass just keeps on finding a way to get out of these opportunities for Luger.
Back elbow finds its mark, and now Bass has him up. Powerbomb, shoulders are down. Referee in position gets 1, 2. Luger gets out, and now he's got it turned into a Mustang crab.
Wow, I'll tell you right now, these two men have really absorbed a tremendous amount of punishment. I don't know that either one of them is going to be the same anytime soon.
From the top rope, Ron Bass hits with a buckshot elbow drop. Driving the elbow into the shoulder of Luger. He's got 2, and Luger out the back door.
Well, if you're Cowboy Ron Bass, you got to start asking yourself, what do I have to do to put this guy down and keep him down? Because Luger really just not having any of it, and he just keeps on fighting his way back into this thing. And look at right there it is.
He caught him. Luger. Oh, he got him again. That's 2 in a row. What's he doing now?
Rear chin lock by Lex Luger, and I think that might be a mistake. After the second clothesline, I would have gone for that cover.
You see, Ron Bass still has enough left in him where he's able to power up. Bass, what's he going to do? Back body drop by Luger. Oh, and now Luger has split open Ron Bass. Both men bleeding profusely.
Oh, there's that clothesline once again. Luger's there. Hooks the leg. Will that be enough?
2 and 3. We have a new heavyweight champion here in the CWF. And the new Florida heavyweight champion is the total package, Lex Luger.
Oh, wow, look at the replay as we go back to the action. We see that shot to the midsection really took a lot out of him. Here's that Texas power slam, and we thought that might have been enough. Ron Bass dominated the early part of this matchup, and it looked to me as if the champion was going to retain that title here tonight.
I think a lot of people thought that. But here, both men with blood spilling down, and then Luger with a big clothesline. That would prove to be it. And just like that, Lex Luger has his first taste of gold in the 2K17 season.
Well, there you have it, a brand new Florida heavyweight champion, the total package, Lex Luger.
Fans, if you want to see more wrestling from Florida, then you're going to have to say so. Click that like button on the video down below. Leave your comments. If you've got friends out there that are into this sort of thing, you need to make sure they get in and vote as well. That's it for CWF from the Eddie Graham Sports Stadium. In approximately 10 minutes, we will be back live on the air here on the Nation Network with an open forum. We invite you to join us for 2K18 Countdown Talk. Until next time, good night.